Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have Jazwares Fortnite Legendary Series Havoc, aka Firefly, and that's really the main reason I wanted to get this guy is because he reminded me of Firefly from G.I. Joe, and has a little Epic game logo. And don't get this guy mistaken with McFarlane's Fortnite figures. They come in this. If they don't have the legendary sticker, it's going to say Jazwares down in the corner as well. So just be mindful because there are two different brands out there. So it comes in this style packaging, showing off the figure and all the accessories in this like massively windowed package. I dig it. So you're actually seeing what you're getting with a little bit of a character image down here. It's on the side, both sides. Giant image on the back, rendered really nicely. I mean, it does say Havoc, striking fear into the opposition. Fortnite. Cool little hologram thing up in the corner. And then everybody from the wave, which got myself a wild card. I want to get another of these wild cards. I want to get maybe 4 of them if possible. Don't know if that's possible. Havoc comes with a bunch of accessories. And I mean, it wouldn't be Fortnite unless he came with his own Chug Jug. And this is painted in a metallic blue, or it's like casted in blue with the metallic pearlescent painting over it with some blue. I don't know. It's blue, but it has some metallic sheen to it. I just wish it was casted in that clear, translucent blue, so the part that's supposed to be that Chug Jug liquid would be translucent. I think that would look cool, but hey, we get a Chug Jug with them. Put that back there. He also does come with a grenade of some sort. Don't know which type. Maybe a smoke grenade. I don't know. If you play Fortnite a lot more than I do, what type of grenade is this? Please let me know. But it's pretty cool looking. It's got like some sort of liquid in it. As I guess that's what that would be, like a gauge for. So that's pretty cool. And then he comes with like this weird, very cartoony looking gun, but I dig it. It's like a green, like olive green, but it has like a wash to it. As you can see, like up by my thumb there, like it transitions from a lighter olive to darker olive. Scopes and stuff are painted silver. It's got a giant muzzle at the end. I mean, it's a cool little gun. I just wish the stock was extended out a little bit to make it less stubby looking. But it definitely has some nice details that we don't usually get in a lot of guns. I mean, even the spot back here that you pull back, that's all stuck out instead of just not existing. I like it. The gun's pretty cool. Then we get into his backpack, because if you're a Fortnite character, you need to have a backpack. This guy has a nice metallic red bomb, like a sharky smile on it. Another metallic-y bomb on the back and everything. The metallic paint is like picking up the light like crazy. And then the backpack's all painted in camo. I mean, this is something that Firefly would actually carry, because he is a sabotage, demolition expert type guy. So he would have bombs. So I really, really like that. Thank you, Jazwares, for doing that. And then he comes with his iconic pick. I mean, I don't know if it's iconic because you can change this thing out, but this thing is really, really cool. You got all this paint, the silver dry brushing to give it that worn look. Like, this thing just looks like it's just a big chunk of steel ready to impale somebody, or, break down some trees and buildings so you can build yourself up some crazy platforms. But this thing looks good. I really like it. I love the red and how the silver dry brushing makes that red look like metal. It's nice. And all these accessories are actually hard plastic. So if I was posing him holding it, it wouldn't get all droopy and look crappy like some other figures that we get. And then he does have some other portraits. He doesn't come with actual heads, but he comes with different faces. So you can actually get I'm a sad, shocked, or scared face right there, which I'll put him on there so you can actually see. And then we get his pulling up his mask face to reveal that he is a pretty boy. but actually it's like, I don't know, sort of creepy looking. But I dig it. It's hard to see because my fingers cover most of it, but I will swap it out there. And we get to take a look at the figure itself. So here he is with the normal look. Let me get it to focus a little bit more. There we go. We got the normal look on his face. Looks good. Shotgun shells on the front. He doesn't come with a shotgun, but still, I love the shine. They use the shiny paint for his belts and straps and his gloves. It makes it pop. Then he also has his little patch on his arm of the bomb. If the camera will focus, there we go. Get that. Look at that. Looks so good. Looks good. Then he got his rank. All the little rivets and stuff on the knee pads look awesome, and they're painted. Even the little shoelace parts on his boots are painted. They didn't really hold back on these guys. The amount of paint and love they got is nice, and the figure in hand is nice and solid. It does not feel like a cheap figure. It does not. It doesn't seem like it's made out of cheap plastic at all. In articulation, this thing is supposed to have like 40 parts of articulation. I feel like they just tried putting articulation everywhere. You know, we had a company that tried doing that before, Toy Biz, that did that with some Marvel Legends. Toy Biz that actually tried going crazy with articulation. I feel like these guys almost went that extreme. His head can look down, like so. It can look up, like so. You get the left and right movement. Doesn't get full 360 because he has like a little furry cuff. And then not really any attitude going on right there. So that's sort of like, it's a bummer a little bit. He does have like these little shoulder pads you see there. Those are like the butterfly joints. But they're weak butterfly joints. Like that's the butterfly joint. He can just shrug a shoulder. Let me shrug a shoulder, guys. Shrug a shoulder, shrug a shoulder. Yeah, it's horrible. But his arm does get really good. Elevation. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow. We even don't get a wrist at the glove. Why wouldn't they do that? That's a part of articulation. But we get a rotation at the wrist and bend at the wrist. And then we get these. We get these guys. Yes. They went too far in the back for articulation. Do not need to do this, Jazwares. Get rid of this. Get rid of finger articulation because nobody does it right. Get rid of it. Don't be going back that far to the Toy Biz era. That is crazy. I know you're trying to get that top articulation, but I mean, you're already lacking in these butterflies. You could have put a little bit more love there. Stop messing with these. Then we get the abdominal ball joint craziness. So he can sort of lean back like that. He can lean forward. You can do stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. Some side-to-side action so you can get him to dance. And he has waist swivel. And I love this waist swivel. I can say that because as you turn it, there's not much bookshelf going on compared to like other figures I've reviewed. Because you usually have giant gaps and everything on the side. And I'm okay with like how this works. I mean, it's not gapping that much. I dig it. The only thing I don't dig is that the zipper gets unaligned very easily. Then we have his crotch. No, his legs. Straight up Van Damme action, which I am totally okay with. And as for kicking forward, he can do a Spartan kick. That's about it. No field goal. There is a thigh cut up here. Double jointed knees. Boot swivel. Ankle bend. Pivot at the ankle. And then we get there's a toe bend in here. You can see it. It's not wanting to bend for me. But there's a toe bend. You can definitely see like the joint and everything in there. Maybe this other toe will be. There we go. See the bend, how it breaks the boot and stuff. Not cool. They could have just left that out. Actually, see if he can. Then he can kick back about that far before his butt flap catches. So let's go ahead and change out his face here. So this should just pop off. Yep. And let me just pop this one on like so. Looks fine, but let me try to bring these up side by side so you can really see a difference. So let's get that off of there. And the worst one, I think. I mean, it's not horrible. It's stylized because of the game, but it just doesn't seem like that's how I would open up my mask if I was wearing that type of mask. But it's still neat. I mean, they actually sculpted the fabric being wrapped up and everything. But he's like a super pretty boy. Super pretty boy. But I dig what they're trying to do. I mean, Sage are swapping heads out, and how these connect, it's on this guy, it looks pretty seamless. So I really like what they're trying to do, and they're trying to do their own thing, but then they also took it back super far to Toy Biz Arrow with those fingers. Like, jeez. But let me get this guy geared up. So I have Havoc all geared up, and I mean, he doesn't look horrible. It's just I have issues. So I did rig up his whole pitchfork, or well, pickaxe. I'm sorry, pitchfork. Wow, pickaxe on his back. I fit it in between the backpack and stuff. It fits nice and snug. It's not going to fall out, and it looks really nice. Now, the issue I have is, one, I couldn't get him to fit his grenade in here too. I almost had all his accessories, but second, like, he can't hold his weapons worth of crap. They give him like a trigger finger, and this thing doesn't even have a place to put the trigger finger. There's no trigger, and it doesn't grip onto the handles. If they didn't try to get that extra number of articulation in this freaking figure, because they needed to have 40 points at whatever, like, I need hands that can hold their guns. Like, even this little like chug jug, it has like a slot in it, and the way his hands are, they both are trigger fingers. So there's nothing that's flat. You can either wedge like 4 fingers in there, and you can hold it sort of haphazardly. Like, look at that. It's not even wanting to stay. Or the best thing that I found that had the snuggest snuggest fit is you just wedge his trigger finger in there, and he can hold it with a trigger finger. That's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. Like, I don't know. Let me see if I can find another gun from another figure or something that I can work with them. Because, actually, no. Let's try this. He has. Look at that. Let's see if I can. Nope. I guess you can have it like that. You know, you can get it. His hands just don't stay as, I mean, they're tight. They're not overly loose fingers. It's just, you're not going to get much, like, you're going to be able to pose them a little bit, and then stuff fits just loose in his hand. Now, I couldn't find any other guns quickly to equip. I did try this, like, saw type gun, but the trigger finger doesn't fit in it, and it has a small handle, so it wasn't getting a good enough grip. But I did get him to pose with the articulation. I got him in a nice, like, running pose, and he's balancing all on one leg. Like, look at that. All balanced on this leg right here. And I did get him to hold on to his gun a lot better when you use both hands. So much better. So if you position him like this, it's going to be awesome. He's just not going to be able to carry that grenade or his chug jug. And again, just posing him up like that, it's pretty awesome. Like, I'm happy with him like that. I wish they wouldn't have done that to the hands, because it does limit you quite a bit with the figure with holding things. Maybe there's gonna be some customizers out there making new hands or swapping hands out. I don't know, but at least as long as you double hold the gun, you're pretty good, and he poses very nicely. So overall, Havoc is a nice figure to have. I have my little gripes with him, but for retail, he's worth the money. He's a fun figure to pose. As you can see, as long as you're using both hands to hold the items, such as the gun or the pickaxe, he holds them pretty decent, like well enough, I guess. And I mean, you can get him in some nice little running poses. I'm digging it. I'm really digging this figure, and for being the first one from the line by Jazwares, I mean, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Just Jazwares, if anybody's watching from Jazwares, I doubt it, but if you are, please fix those hands. It's okay to be 39 or 38 points of articulation. Just give us hands that grip things nicely, you know? And but that really sums up my Jazwares Fortnite Havoc. If you guys like what you saw, please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more, as I'm pumping out hunts and reviews and all that good stuff. And make sure you hit that bell notification so you know when I upload something new, because I'm pretty much doing a video almost every day. And I want you guys to make sure you check out Toyco Toys and Collectibles. Facebook and websites are down below. Website, check it out. You got the free shipping promo down there. Get free shipping on items and have it delivered to your doorstep, saving you time and money. You got the Facebook groups. Interact with your fellow nerd in the community one, and talk figures, trade figures. Just really have a good time. It's a community. It's Toyco community. Interact with us. And then you also have the pre-order group, which just allows you to know, hey, this is coming out. Do you want to pre-order it for this amazing price? Because Andrew prices his stuff so good. And it's hard for me to say no to it sometimes, but the pre-orders are great. And definitely check those out. At least be in the know with when stuff's coming out, so you're not the one having to buy off eBay or off, scalpers and stuff like that. It's just not fun when you're collecting. That sort of ruins collecting for me, when you have to pay excessive pricing just to get a hold of something, And when you guys are hunting, I want you to have the best luck hunting. Keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.